Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk to you a little bit more about this concept of governments owning hotels, and I want to talk specifically about Trenton owning the Lafayette Yard Hotel and Convention Center, and what some of the ramifications are, some of the bad consequences that come from this. I spoke previously to you about the fact that the hotel is in $30 million of debt. I want to talk about another side of this issue. And another side of this issue is, all the while, you've got other concerns in the city of Trenton. So while you've got this hotel that is $30 million in debt and that is asking for an additional $3 million so that people can renovate the hotel. You've got 30 murders in the last 8 months in the same city. City that could use more police officers. A city that could not only use more police officers, but could pay their police officers better for the incredibly hard work that they do. To me, the fact that a city would be allowed to own a hotel is a conflict of interest. That's an inevitable problem that comes from Trenton being allowed to own the Lafayette Yard Hotel and Conference Center. Want to really highlight the major loss that Trenton has to suffer because of the burden of paying for this failure of a hotel. Think about it. They're $30 million in debt because they decided to run this hotel. Imagine if they were not $30 million in debt. That's $30 million that could have been spent on better policing and law enforcement. That's $30 million that would pay every police officer and every fireman in Trenton a better salary. And not only a better salary, but that's money that could pay for a lot more police officers. Money that would put Trenton in a situation where they wouldn't be as dependent on neighboring townships and county police to help. They wouldn't need that as much. This issue is of high concern to me because I want to reiterate to you that in the last 8 months, again, Trenton has suffered 30 homicides. And the annual record for homicides in the city of Trenton is 31. And we're only 8 months into the year. We've got another 4 months. And if the statistics are consistent, it would be fair to assume there are probably going to be a few more murders in the city of Trenton, and that we're probably going to break the record. It's fair to assume, it's quite possible, that this year Trenton will suffer more murders than it has ever suffered. And we have to look at why. We have to acknowledge the fact that money is being spent on a hotel when that money could be spent on police. I want to say that again because I think it's so important that everybody hears this. Money that is being wasted on a failed hotel owned by the city could be spent on more police officers who enjoy better pay. And I know I came across as angry when I said that, but I'm a little bit angry about this situation. I'm angry to see that a hotel that is failing is treated as a priority over law enforcement in a city that is suffering record-breaking violence and homicide. And I'm telling you that there is a way to change this. And we could pass a law in New Jersey that prohibits any government body or entity from owning hotels, as it is clearly demonstrated that they can't manage them properly, and the fact that it becomes a conflict of interest so that other necessary expenditures get ignored. If you vote for Sean O'Connor and Don DeZarn, I guarantee you will see this bill drafted and voted on. I can't guarantee you that it will be passed, but I can tell you this. If you vote for Ronald Haas and Steve Cook and Peter Inverso of the Republican Party, or if you vote for Linda Greenstein, Wayne D'Angelo, and Daniel Benson of the Democrat Party, you're not going to hear a lot about this problem. You're not going to hear about it. If you go on their websites, if you go on their YouTube videos, they're not going to talk about this. Don DeZarn and Sean O'Connor are going to talk about it because it's a problem, and it's a problem that not only affects Trenton, this problem affects the state, the entire state. As I told you in my previous video on this topic, this is something that every single taxpayer in the state of New Jersey is subsidizing, this failed hotel. We're all paying for it. The hotel is, as I said, in debt, and they borrowed money from the state, which means they borrowed money from the taxpayers. So this failed hotel owes all of us money and wants more money from all of us at a time when all the while the city who owns this hotel is suffering from record-breaking violence. To me, that is so... I'm trying to think of the right word here. It is so disgraceful, so unacceptable, that it honestly baffles me. I'm baffled as to why Wayne D'Angelo, Linda Greenstein, and Daniel Benson of the Democratic Party, or Ronald Haas, Steve Cook, and Peter Inverso aren't making a major deal about this issue. And I want to also reiterate just one more time the importance of paying the Trenton police more money. Okay, you're talking about a city that has record-breaking violence. Record-breaking violence. 30 murders in 8 months. And these police officers don't make as much money as police officers in nice, cozy little towns where there are barely any serious incidents of violence. I mean, that should, I think, break the heart of everybody in New Jersey. To see that people, those who are truly risking their lives and who risk getting shot any day and get paid less than those who suffer less risk of getting shot on the job. It just seems a little bit unfortunate. So when you look at the priorities of the governments, the local governments, and you see that one local government that has this problem of record-breaking crime, and they're more concerned about their failing hotel than the record-breaking homicides. That, to me, is something that should be so alarming that the city should be called on the issue, and the state should be rebuked for allowing that to happen. That is something I feel extremely passionate about. And I promise that if I am if I'm elected into the General Assembly of New Jersey, I will write a bill that prohibits governing bodies from running hotels, because governing bodies should be more concerned with the protection of their citizens than running businesses that clearly fail. Another point here that I want to make: if Trenton were to auction off this hotel, they would actually make money. I'm going to say that again: if Trenton were actually to auction off this hotel, the Lafayette Yard Hotel and Conference Center, would actually make money at a time when they need money, at a time when they need more police officers to protect their citizens. And actually, there's just one more point here, and this is more ideological and abstract, but also necessary to point out. And that is this idea of a government-owned hotel. That is a socialist concept. And while I understand that there is a population here in the United States of America embracing socialist ideas, I want to say that I think that socialism is not good for the people. Socialism is not good for the people. Why? Because socialism means more government ownership of property, which means more money to the government, more control over the government, more control for the government, more power for the government, and less for the citizens. And at the end of the day, when we want to talk about a society that is thriving, a society can only thrive if the individuals thrive. Individuals can only thrive if they're allowed to thrive. If they're allowed to make their own efforts, they're allowed to own their own property. If government is running the economy for them, they don't have the opportunity to contribute to an economy. The government runs it. So these are just some key concerns I have in regard to the Lafayette Yard Hotel and Conference Center in Trenton, and the laws which allow it to happen, and the politicians who don't give a damn about it. And I hope that you will vote for me. My name again is Sean O'Connor, and I hope you will vote for my running mate Don DeZarn. We are independent candidates for New Jersey legislature. I hope you will vote for us instead of the Democrats, Wayne D'Angelo, Linda Greenstein, and Daniel Benson, and instead of the Republicans, Steve Cook, Ronald Haas, and Peter Inverso. Because if you vote for us, we're going to tell you the truth about the things that are costing you money. We're going to tell you the truth about how you're treated unequally under the law. We're going to tell you the truth about how you're not being allowed to protect yourself. We're going to do those things for you. Please vote for us. Please help us help the state of New Jersey. Thank you so much for watching this video. God bless New Jersey and God bless America.